Okay, cool. All right, cool. Oh, dang. There we go. There we go. Okay. Everybody. All right. Set that timer for 45 minutes. Okay. We got a reference up here. If you guys want to, you can... If you guys want to, you can open up Canvas and you can have the reference in front of you on your phone or on your Chromebook. I have it up here on the screen. So what you guys are going to do is you... Hey, please don't... No talking when I'm talking. I'm in teacher mode now. No talking. Thank you. If we're not using pencils, we're only using charcoal, using the smudge tool. We're using compressed charcoal, which is the square one. We're going to use vine charcoal, which is the round one. And we're going to use some eraser. And so those are our 4 tools that we're going to use. And we use our fingers, okay? Now, your guys' thing, what you got, I'm going to move kind of slow on this. And because it's important that I don't rush through it. So you guys can stay up, you know, you can stay up with what I'm doing and understand it. So please, so listen to my words. Those are important. I'll write some things down, a few things, and yeah. Anyway, here, let's go. I want you to use. Let's get the compressed charcoal. I started with the vine charcoal. It was cool, but like I think I like the compressed charcoal more. But anyway, the first thing that we want to get down, I'm going to take this, things in my face. First thing we want to, let's just put figure drawing here. Let's write. Figure drawing, period 7, 12, 17, 20, 24. Okay, there we go. Put your last name on there, okay, your last name. And then first thing when we draw the human figure, we want gesture. Okay, gesture. That's the action. Okay, second thing, we want shapes. Want to be thinking of shapes, okay? And that could include the outline of the figure, okay? And we want basic shapes. Let's go big shapes. Okay, I'm using up a lot of room here. And 3 is form. The main way that we're going to talk about form today is by use of value. We're going to focus on value. Okay, and value, there's 3 main values: light, medium, and dark. So we already have the light of the paper. So we got to add values to this, okay? To make it pop, to make it look 3D, to make it appear 3D, okay? So let's just push down hard here, medium, and soft. And see, I'm holding the charcoal. I'm not holding it overhand. I'm just kind of holding it between these 2 fingers. So here's our let's zoom in here. So look, dark, medium, and light, okay, in this direction. Somebody's asking, what are we drawing? We're going to draw the figure. Okay. So, Isn't that nice? Isn't that a good feeling? And you have like these little pores of the paper. It's great. If you look closely at it, it's like the pores of the skin. All right. So here we go. What we're going to do is we're going to put this action. The first thing, we want to focus on the figure, not the head necessarily. That is part of it. The first thing I see is he's moving to the left, all right? We have this picture of a dancer. We're going to go like this, because this is the angle of his shoulders. And then we're going to go like this, because he's stretching on this side. And this side is pinching, like so. And his hips are still kind of moving in this direction here. Kind of pivoting up, okay? Tilting up. This is tilted more. Okay, and so that's coming out in this direction. That's like that. Let's put it in the spine. He's doing this. The spine's curving in this direction, and then it's moving in that direction. That's really important then. Well, the spine's moving in that direction, but right here, his arm's pulling back, and that's what's making this. It's squashing the muscles here. Okay, and his neck's moving in that direction. So we have this S curve like so. Okay. Let's curve this. Why are we curving that? Because the rib cage is curved. All right, now let's put his shorts on. Let's go, okay. Well, let's go like this. I kind of want to simplify this down because this is the pelvic area here. Here's the rear end here. Let's curve this in. His legs coming out in this direction. So we're going to simplify that into a long triangle, okay? And this leg is moving in this direction. So it's kind of straight on the bottom here, and it's curved on the top. Now, here's an indication of a form, that wrapping line like that. And then this leg's going back like this, and the calf is coming out, and then it comes back in like that. We'll get to the feet in a little bit. Well, let's get to that foot right now, actually. I'm gonna bring that down there like that. Okay, now I want to pay attention to the feet, and I'm going, his right foot is a little bit higher than the left foot. Let's go like this. We're gonna go down like this with the right foot, and we're gonna go across like so. So that's where the foot is planted. This is the bottom of the foot. This is the heel here. Okay, and a slight diagonal. Slight diagonal. This one's a little bit lower. His this is coming down. And let's go like this. Like this knee's right here, right? What's that line right there? That's the hamstring, or that's the bottom of the leg. Okay, because the leg does have a bottom part. And we're going to come diagonally. This knee's a little bit lower than this knee. And this is arcing over. It's arcing over because it's kind of coming towards us. This is arcing under. It's going away from us. So arcing under. It's going away from us, okay? Arcing over is going towards us. And the calf is going to come down, and it's going to come in. And then we have the heel coming out. And it's this curving under and then over. And there's the ball of the foot hitting the ground like that. Okay. Okay, the shorts here wrapping under. Okay, and right here it's going like across and then up. Okay, so this is describing the form. Okay, this is arcing under. I don't think that whole arm's gonna fit, but that's okay. I think I need to slow down. Do I need to slow down? Okay. I'm gonna give you guys a couple moments to catch up. But yeah, you're going to be looking at my drawing, the reference photo, and your own drawing and listening. So one of the simplest ways to look at the human figure and a lot of things is the cylinder. So you want to be able to draw and to envision a cylinder. Okay, this is a cylinder right here. Okay? Wrapping around, like so. And that's why this is wrapping around here, the back of the knee, this is wrapping around here, this is wrapping around here, this is wrapping around. And you can see that I'm sketching really lightly. I'm not pushing down a hard line yet. Okay, we're just going really light strokes, very light pressure. Okay? All right, let's put his head on there. He's looking in this direction. Okay, that's his angle of his head's like that. And then, believe it or not, we have the top of the head is like so. And the neck is attached here. And I'm going to move up to this this area right here so you guys can see better. There we go. The shoulder area, since we're looking at that area. Now, one thing we want to do is make sure that the head isn't too big. I'd rather have you draw it too small than too big. I'm putting his hair shape in right here. And his jaw, ear, jawline's just a straight line, ear just like that. Back of the hair. Okay. Now, there's all these bumps and shapes, but we'll get to that. Okay, so let's talk about the shoulder. So we have his shoulder. That shoulder's going to be coming out, arcing outward. Now watch this. We're going to go like this. One of a common question I have with students is foreshortening. What is foreshortening? That's when something's pointed towards you. So here's this, here's the blending stump, right? It's not foreshortened. But when I go, and here's the length of it. But when I go turn it, it becomes foreshortened. It's now foreshortened. It's more foreshortened, okay? Even more. So that distance, that visual distance is shortened. Like if you look at the dancer's arm, his right arm is pointed towards us. So we think of that, we gotta put that wrapping line in and think of that as a cylinder. It's coming towards us, but it's a lot shorter. We gotta make sure this stays short. Right there. Okay, and then his elbow's about right here. And then we can have his arm. His arm, this is coming out. Let's thin out his rib cage a little bit. Because I noticed that I need to do that. This needs to sweep upwards. Now, one thing I'm looking at is the negative shape. So if we look, I'm going to zoom into this. Negative shape. This area between the arm and the rib cage, this is a negative shape. There's a distance we want to be aware of. The background makes a shape. Okay, so look at his wrist and the rib cage down here. That's a certain distance. The forearm to the rib cage, that's a certain distance. We want to take note of that. When I say take note of that, that means we want to make take note of the visual distance between those two things. So his forearm's coming down. And the wrist is ending about at his lower rib cage, which is down here. The bottom of the rib cage is about here. And his elbow, that's coming down. We have this S curve here. And there's his wrist, okay? And that elbow needs to be moved up here. I put it in the wrong spot. So I'm going to go elbow, boom, right there. And that elbow, that's going to be setting us up for shadows. Okay? Shadows, really important, okay? And even without knowing anatomy, guys, what we're going to do is we're going to identify shapes, like I said, shapes of value. Okay, now let's look at this hand. I want to try and zoom into this hand more. That's his, okay, there we go. The top of the hand, if you look at this pointy part right here, that's the bone of the lower arm. We're going to go down to that knuckle right there. We're going to make like a straight line from here to here. Okay? So we're going to go, okay, we're going to make that straightish line that's at a slight actually, we're kind of swooping or curving in. And this shape right here, this is the side of the hand. It's a muscle. Okay, so here's the side of the hand here. Okay, it goes wide to narrow. Wide to narrow. Okay, you have this large muscle here, okay? And we put that line and that shape in. So that's starting here at the wrist, that's going wide, and we're getting narrow. And we're just going to put an indication of the fingers, 1 digit and 2 digit like that, okay? And we're just going to go down and like that. We're not even going to try to get details of the fingers. See what I'm doing? I'm just going one line, another. One line, another. That's the ring finger. One line, another. That's the middle finger. And a little bit of the pointer finger coming out. And we got this beautiful twisting motion happening with the torso right now. Already. The second part of the hand that we're putting in is, if we're back like this, is this thumb portion. So from here to here, you have this large muscle of the hand. This is the this whole area of the thumb, this whole shape. And it makes this triangular shape. This is going to come out. And we're going to bring that thumb down. We're going to curve that. And we're going to go like this, across, okay? And we're going to bring that down like that. I'm trying to use the largest shapes possible. And I want to jump to values right now, kind of, which I think we'll start. We're in a pretty good spot to do that, and because I'm also going, okay, I'm only going to go 45 minutes on this, so because I want to do part of this today and I want to do part of it on Thursday. I don't want to rush through it, okay? Let's talk about the scapula. Okay? Now, we have our scapula. And look at his shoulder here. This bump right here, look at this area right here. This is called the trapezius. Okay? This wiggly zigzag line, see it's like a lightning bolt. If you look at this is actually the scapula here. This part, it's creating indentations. And we just have all these different muscle shapes. But we're going to make this a straight line instead of for now. Okay? So we're going to go, scapula is right here. And we're putting that in lightly. And the scapula goes like that. And why is the scapula important? The scapula is going up here. Or the shoulder blade, okay? It's important because that's a landmark. And it moves around. And it'll take a lot of study for you guys to understand, like, the bone structure and muscle structure of the human body, but it's very rewarding. I would suggest that you do it on your own. That's something that I nerd out on, but it helps out a lot. Okay, let's talk about shapes of value. Let's kind of go away from that anatomy thing and talk about shapes of value. So we're starting at the elbow. We want to draw a line, a light line, where the light is divided from the dark. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to identify that. So here we have this line coming down, all the way down to this bone right here on the forearm. Okay, I put a little arrow there where that bone is. Now we're gonna, all that's in shadow right here. So we're gonna go, and then there's a light shape, a little circle light shape of the hand right here. This part right here, this little circular part, that's light. So we're gonna leave that light. The rest of this, right now, we're gonna leave it in shadow. So we're gonna keep it simple. We're just gonna go light and shadow, okay? So I'm really gently with the compressed charcoal, the square one. We're just gonna lightly scrub back and forth. And we're just gonna fill this in here. Okay, so that's a dark shape. This is light. This is a bone. Okay, that's this bone on your wrist right here. Now we're going to come up and we're going to look at these values. This comes over. Now watch this. We're going to arc like this. It's like going to be swirling motion. And this is going to curve this direction. And it's going to come up like this. And then this we're going to draw darker here because that's where the arm is pinching. So this is pinching. We're going to darken this line here. And we're going to fill this in very lightly. Okay, so stay with me now. Stay with me now. Okay, from here, we're going to do this. We're going to arc under. Watch this. This goes along. So remember, this is the scapula here. We're going to come around. Under. We're going to come around like a letter C. And then we're going to arc under. And look at the reference, look at my drawing and look at the reference as you're doing this. Okay, so we got one bump, another bump, another bump. And then there's a light shape that does this. This is a light shape, and we're gonna go. That shape is a light shape, L for light, okay? So get your eraser, and we want to erase this. Keep that light. And next to it, there's another light shape. This shape right here is triangular. That's another light shape, so we want to leave that. Okay, we want to leave that alone. And so very gently along the spine, we're going to just fill this in. Don't fill in those light shapes. We're going to fill this into about right there. And we're going to stop. I'm going to tell you why we're going to stop. We're going to stop because the rib cage right here, this part right here, it has some lighter values. So that's going to wrap around. Watch this. That's going to wrap around. And that's going to come down the side. Like so. And we're going to fill all this in. Very lightly. Light and dark shapes, light shapes, dark shapes, light shapes, dark shapes. Let's give this soften all this for now. I'm going to soften all that just using my pinky. And right here, I want this to be a nice blend right there. Light into, and just have this like a soft edge. Okay, how am I doing? Am I going slow enough? Am I good? Okay, now we're going to move. See, I worked on this side, right? We worked on the right side. So now we're going to go to the left side. I know I haven't drawn that arm in. We might not get to that arm because we got a lot going on with the back. And if we can make this beautiful, then, then we'll do that. Okay. So I see this major light shape right here on this side right here without even knowing any anatomy, but I'm going to explain something. This is a trapezius muscle, but it's coming over. We're going like this. We're coming over like that. And this part right here, this comes over like this. There's a little curve. There's a line right there. That's the scapula right there. Okay. That's the scapula. And then that's the top of the scapula coming over to, and there's a line right there, division. That's where the shoulder begins. And the shoulder would be like your deltoid muscle, your shoulder muscle, okay? And then we have the trapezius, which is going like this. We have the trapezius, and we have the these extensor muscles of the back too. Okay, this is coming down like so, and down. This is another bump right here, curving like so. Okay, so this right here, this is another light area. I'm just going to put a little L for light right there. Okay, light, dark, light, dark, light, dark. Okay, now, all this is in shadow too. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go like this. We're just going to start right here. And really lightly, we're just going to go like that. Make sure you don't lose that scapula. That's the angle of the scapula right there. So I'm going over that again. And what I want you guys to do, because I've been going, I want you to take a moment, I want you to take a minute, and I want you to just lean back in your chair. And I want you to take a look at your drawing. You know what, I kind of did you guys a disservice. I'm sorry, I apologize. You know what's the advantage that I have right now is? Look at my drawing table, it's at an angle. You guys.
You're making us draw flat. Now we can't see the
I know, isn't that horrible? You guys need to draw at an angle. These are drawing boards. And it's so amazing to have this in your lap. Look. You draw at an angle. Do you have your phone flat all the time? No. Your phone's in your face like this. Your drawings need to be up like this. I'm so sorry. Go ahead. Get your drawing board. Go. Get it. Get your draw. Intermission. Okay, we had to take an intermission because I forgot to tell them to get drawing boards. So just give us a couple minutes. Yeah. Drawing boards they're good. They're good. There's nothing bad about them. I had them drawn flat, so we don't want to do that. Yeah, we want to draw at an angle. Misha, I thought you were upset. Go get a drawing board.
Yeah, but now the line's
Well, you need to set me by example. Okay, excellent. Okay. So you put the drawing board in your lap at an angle. Drawing at an angle is amazing. Did you forget? Drawing board. Yeah, drawing board. Yeah. You're all right. I'm not mad at you. We're figuring it out. I apologize. Oh my gosh. Okay, cool. Moving along. Little intermission there. Okay, cool. Here we go. You guys ready? Not better? All right, there's a couple of lines that we need to darken. And one of them is this this right here. So we need to darken this. Just use the side of the charcoal. And we're not pushing down hard. We're making a soft line. Okay, we're not doing a hard line like this. Okay, a hard line. We're just kind of stroking and sweeping down like so. Now this is going this way. Now this is arcing over. What's this arcing over? That's the back of that's the pelvis right here. And this is arcing over like that. That's the pelvis, okay, or the iliac crest. Okay, here, this is gonna be darker right here by the armpit. We're gonna blend that in the shadows. We're gonna make this a little bit darker. We're gonna scrub it that back and forth and blend that down. Okay, we have this muscle, it's called the erector spinae. Okay, helps you to stand up. And you can see, look here. See, this is darker right here. This is a darker value. This is the erector spinae muscles coming up like this. See, this is darker coming up. So we're going to go across like this. Okay, erector spinae muscles, we're just scrubbing that softly, like so. Now, right here, this is the core shadow. Look at this little, it's a little bit darker right here on the corner of the scapula right here. So we got to make this area a little bit darker right here. And I'm just making sweeping motions I'm just doing this. Repeated sweeping in one direction motion, okay? Now right here, it's a little bit darker too. This is, and I'm rounding this. That's a little bit darker, like so. And we have the oblique muscles, which are pulling. So a little bit of this pulling sensation right here, stretching and pulling. I'm just looking at these values. And I'm going to darken this line right here. I'm going to really press down a little bit more right there, where the shorts wrap around, like so. Okay. Another area we want to make it a little bit darker is along the forearm, from the elbow to the wrist bone down here. This is darker from here to here. This area is a little bit darker. So light pressure, and then I'm gonna blend that. Now you can also use your blending stump and try that out. All right, so we're getting there, man. We're getting there. All right, let's wrap around the base of the hand a little bit more. And all these decisions, what I'm doing is I'm looking at the reference, and then I'm making decisions. None of this is haphazard. Okay, this right here is going this to the left, and this is curving. This is going down. This is going to the left, and this is going back down like so. So as you guys are looking at my drawing, I want you to also be looking at the reference photo. Okay? I need to soften that transition more. There. Okay. Let's go over to his shoulder here. Okay. So this is coming over. Let's go to the chin. The neck is curving like so. The trapezius is coming down. It ends about the chin. And then you have the deltoid muscle, which is coming out, or the shoulder muscle, which is coming out. And this is the trapezius. This is coming down. Shoulder muscle starts about here. Now, let's simplify that. Okay, let's look at this. Let's look at his arm. I'm going to put that in the Let's zoom out so we can look at his whole arm here. Oh, you guys can see it. Oh, no, you guys can't. There we go. There we go. All right, so his arm's going away from us. So we're going to come out like this, lightly, and it's coming down at an angle. So that's going away from us, and then it's coming back up, and I'm not going to fit his hand on there. That's okay. There we go. No, I don't want to do that. There we go. That's what I want to do. Okay. So, deltoid muscle going like this. And then you have your lats. This is curving. Deltoid's going like this. And then you have your tricep, which rounds out and then goes straight. You have this S curve right there. Here you have your extensors on top. Extensors are the muscles that extend the fingers and the hand. Deltoid ends about right there. We have the bicep. Extensors are on top of the bicep. So we're going to go like that. And this is moving away from us in that direction. So let's talk about values. We go 45 minutes. We're almost at 45 minutes. Okay. So let's talk about values. Value shape. We have from the bicep, we have right here. And it comes sweeping like so. It's coming over, under, down the forearm like so. So this area is all light. It's a light shape. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to erase this line that I put right here. I'm going to make sure that that stays lighter. And all this, we're going to put all this, so very lightly, light pressure. We're going to scribble back and forth. We're making that shadow side. Making that shadow side. Now, I want to direct your attention to the head for a minute here. So the head, it's like a box, and we have this is coming out. This is the brow, or here's the forehead coming out, and the brow goes back, and it's lining up. It's lining up to the ear down there. Okay, there's the brow lining up to the ear down there. And so we have a little bit of the nose. We're just going to put a little indication of the nose there. And the muzzle of the mouth, we're just going to round that out like so. And that's probably all that we're going to do there. Let's shade all this very gently. Except for, I want to point out that this part right here of the neck, that's light. That's a light shape. And let's darken his hair. Now, his hair has a light and dark properties as well. Right here and right here. Okay, that's lighter than the rest of the hair. So we're going to darken that. We're just breaking the hair down into simple shapes as well. Let's zoom out and take a look at that. See how we're doing. So today, what did we learn? What did we focus on? We talked about gesture, action, big shapes of value. Okay, shapes, some outlining. We did a little bit of outlining. Next time on Thursday I'm gonna incorporate the background because the background value is important as well. We're gonna talk about line work also, but anyway, that's it for today, and we're gonna go through the legs as well. Put this in your cubby. You're gonna turn this in on Thursday. Put everything back. Thanks, guys.